And we are back. Sorry about that for the small little technical issue there. It's fixed now. We're all good. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Talladega Super Speedway. Here for the season finale in the Wiley X Truck Series. Ben Kilcrease up here in the booth. Sam Taylor's also going to be talking with me. He's also getting a picture that you see to you tonight here in the season finale. Here we are, Sam. Speeds are very close in qualifying like we expected. Practice was going well. We watched a little bit of that while we were eating our hot dogs in a booth up here. But I tell you what, this race tonight, I think it's going to be one of the most exciting we've seen all season.
Yeah, definitely. Whenever these trucks visit super speedways, the racing's always great. So it's going to be a fun ride for all 70 laps. I cannot wait.
That is points leader coming into tonight. Basically, all he has to do is stay out of trouble. And he's pretty much got it wrapped up. That's Milt Matisse. And we'll have to see. I think he's 15 points ahead over second place in the points to John Boldrin. So Matisse is going to have to just take it easy tonight. Just try and finish the race. That's all he needs to do here tonight. And he'll basically have a shot at the championship. But looking at the qualifying results right here, Sam, I know you can't see them, but it's an unbelievable amount of guys are up around the front that you wouldn't expect at a cookie cutter or a short track or even a 2-mile racetrack, and some guys at the back you wouldn't expect to be back there, but they are. And I'll just name a few right now. Andy Kessler sits second on the boards right now.
Oh, dear God.
Doug Blackman, he sits fourth on the boards. Fifth is Mike Arnn. And some shockers back here are Dave Washington, in 16th position. Ben Nile all the way back in 21st position. So this is really going to provide an interesting amount of action.
Well, yeah,
to start off this race.
This is one of the bonuses of coming to a restrictor plate track. It's anyone has a chance of winning, and you could qualify last and still win the race. It's just amazing what could happen here. So yeah,
certainly is. And without further ado, we'll wait for at least one truck to pop up. There we go. Kevin Carl will do it for us. We're going to go ahead and run you through the starting lineup because we only have one lap to do it. Starting on the pole with a time of 51.436. He won last night at Kansas in the Nationwide Series. Number 5 is Mitch Lennon. And to his outside, talked to him on the radio just a few seconds ago. He said, man, where did this come from? The 84 is our boss, Andy Kessler. Starting third, and number 27, it's Jay Adair. To his outside, starting fourth, it's the 25 of Doug Blackman. Mike Arnn will be in the number 70, while Dylan Jones lines up to his outside in the number 11. Kevin Carr rolls off 7th. 8th is Kenny Baum Jr. 9th is Ross Cato. David Camara will round out the top 10 with Nathan Shiflett 11th to his outside. Dylan Brockwell sits 12th. 13th is Kevin Linden. Brian Terry sits 14th. 15th is Christopher Hurlow. David Washington will start 16th. Wallace Boyce will start 17th. Kevin Ford is outside 18th. Stefan Brunel rolls off 19th. Brian Neff 20th. 21st, Ben Nile 22nd. Milt Matisse. John Boldrin rolls off 23rd. Leandro Schmidt will roll off 24th. 25th to Wyatt Wolf. Alex Baleo 26th. Chris Sercoy, glad to see him back. He rolls off 27th. Arthur Hermont will roll off 28th. And Charles Lemaire rolls off 29th, and that's the remainder of the field here at Talladega Super Speedway. That's the starting lineup for the season finale here at the High Banks 2.66 mile speedway in northeast Alabama, I should say. So we'll start pacing here. A bunch of thoughts going through these drivers' heads as to what their strategy will be here tonight at the Beast, Talladega Super Speedway. All right, let's go ahead and run us through our picks tonight. Sam, who do you got to win this race here tonight at Talladega?
Well, I know he didn't want me to pick him, but I'm going for the number 84 of Andy Kessler because to see him starting in the top half of the field is nothing short of a miracle, so I reckon he can get the job done.
Oh man, I would have to agree with you on that. A spectacular qualifying effort for Kessler. I'm going to go with Kenny Baum Jr. to win this race tonight. He was looking pretty spiffy in practice earlier today, so I'm going to go with Kenny Baum Jr.
I'd just like to apologise to all our viewers. Ben has got the word spiffy in his head and must say it at least 200 times a broadcast, so I apologise.
We'll stack them up. 2 by 2 by 2. Milt Matisse just has to survive this race tonight to come out with a championship. Mitch Lennon on the front row with, yes, Andy Kessler as the pace car pulls to pit road. The season finale in the Wiley X Truck Series 70 laps at Talladega Super Speedway. Is green. Already Mitch Lennon wasting no time with Jay Adair pushing him behind on that inside line. They're already almost going to clear Kessler already in corner one. Kessler on the high side with Doug Blackman behind him. Kessler drops to the inside. Mike Arns behind Kessler. Kessler sits third now after starting second here on the first lap. Back straight away. Everybody trying to get hooked up with their partner. But a bunch of pack racing going. Oh, big crash on the back straightaway. Oh my goodness, the big one on lap number 1, taking out most of the field. Milt Matisse gets by. 20 Dylan Brockwell's involved. Ben Niles involved. Oh no. This is, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was unbelievable. That happened with David Camara in the 71. He just pulled down from the top side all the way to the apron. For some reason unknown, and then that stacked up Kevin Linden in the 46, and Herlo had nowhere to go but into him. And that just, it was in front of the whole field that just nobody can slow down when you're going 200 miles an hour. On board with Dave Washington, his truck's destroyed. I mean, it's just Washington, you can see just getting hit from almost every angle possible that you could get hit. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 trucks on lap number 1 here at Talladega taken out. And this is gonna be a long race for a bunch of drivers now, because they're gonna be just wrapped up with damage, etc. And my goodness, we're only gonna have about 12, maybe 13 trucks that got away from that without getting hit. That is just unbelievable, though. That's one of the factors here at Talladega, though. Milt Matisse, I did say that he escaped that cleanly. If we can get a camera shot on him, Sam 05, he does have damage right now as he pulls into his pit stop, or pit box, I should say, pit stall. Even he does have a little bit of damage on the front of his truck, so that is, he is on pit road. My goodness.
Well, we did say Milt Matisse had to just finish ahead of a couple of cars, and that big first lap wreck has made his job awfully easy, because those cars might be sitting on pit road for 3 or 4 laps now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Dual John was able to avoid that. He's in the 8 car, or 8 truck I should say. He's got a little bit of damage, but even if Dual John does finish ahead of Milt Matisse, that's still fine, because Matisse has a 15-point gap coming in to tonight. So this is really put the turn this race around as far as strategy goes for multiple guys here in the early going. I want to thank you all for tuning in with us right here on Noble Network 1, wherever you are in the country, wherever you are in the world. We're glad that you have tuned to us tonight on NobleNetwork1.com or wherever you may be viewing from. This is not we're accustomed to here at Noble Motorsport, especially on lap 1, to have a big crash like that, but it does happen. This is Talladega. Anything is unexpected. About 15 trucks taken out on lap 1 if you're just joining us after a big stack-up crash. Leaves a bunch of guys stranded, paralyzed, and severely damaged to continue this race. So we'll look to turn the lights off on the speedway here pretty soon. If you want to give us a like on Facebook, you can do so. Just head on over to Noble Motorsport on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Noble_Network1. And of course, visit our website, NobleNetwork1.com. So, lights are off on the IRC.com Ford Mustang pace car. That means we're about a mile and a half away from getting the green flag now, as they circle through corner number 2 and what's on the back stretch. I tell you what, I am literally speechless after this. This is just unbelievable that we have seen this. Let's run them through the top 10 as we get set to go. Mitch Lennon, Jay Adair, Mike Arnn, Dylan Jones, Kevin Carr, Ross Cato, Andy Kessler, Doug Blackman, Nathan Shiflett, and Dave Camara rounds out the top 10 as we get set for this first restart.
I think what you said, Ben, most of the fast guys that you expect to be at the front were in that back pack. So most of the guys that you expect to win, with the exception of probably Mitch Lennon, are like damaged and probably have already lost their chance to win this thing.
Yeah, there's literally, you cannot keep up with the amount of trucks that has damage after that first crash. It's virtually impossible. That's how many trucks have damage here after the lap 1 incident. So, yeah, we'll restart from fresh here hopefully and run it all the way from flag to flag from now on as a pace car gets set to pull down on the pit road. They'll stack them up. It's 2 by 2 by 2. It's Lennon, Adair, Arnn, Jones, and Carr. Top 5 as we head to the green flag. There it is. We're back racing here in Talladega. Lennon did not get the jump he wanted to on the inside. Jones was pushing Adair down to corner number 1. Adair pulls him down from it though. Adair leaves his partner. Look, watch the lap truck. Brian Terry on the inside getting up to speed. Adair has built up a pretty substantial lead. That's a big gap. You don't want that big of a gap here at Talladega. Outside line starting to push. It's Cato and Jones on the outside. Here comes Lennon. He puts the bumper to Adair. Now he's going to begin pushing Adair into corner number 3. High side, though, looking to prevail, at least for now. Cato got a little bit separated from Jones on the outside. Here comes Lennon and Adair. Adair and Lennon both get hooked up. They both have a good run off of corner number 4. And now they're both looking to lead this lap as a pair here at Talladega. Jay Adair leads his first lap of the race under green, and Jones and Cato starting to fall back on the outside line a little bit. Doug Blackman trying to get hooked up with Mike Arnn on the inside. A little bit separation there between them, about a truck or a length or 2. Oh my goodness, Blackman almost in contact with Jones there on the back straightaway. Leon Joe Schmidt's back there in the mix in the 48. Back behind those guys, you have Kevin Carr and Dave Camara. They're trying to work together. And then Andy Kessler and Nathan Shiflett, they sit 10th and 11th. They're paired up, and from then on back, you can basically say this is the junk pile of the group. This is the guys who have sustained damage in that in the first lap crash. Mike Arnn, Doug Blackman, they had a good run up towards the front there, just weren't able to stay hooked up together and make anything of it. Off of corner number 4, Lennon and Adair have a little bit of separation. Now they're hooked back up as we push them down the front straightaway yet again. Here to complete lap number 7, 1/10 of the way through with this race. We look at Cato and Jones back there pushing on the high side. They got really wiggly in the center of 1 and 2. Wind gusting upwards of 12 miles per hour today here at Talladega. That can affect these trucks just like it did last night in the Nationwide. Look at Jones and Cato on the outside. Bottom line stacked up, and they're trying to take advantage of it. Lennon gets separated from Adair. There's quite a bit of separation, almost a truck between the two. Here comes Jones and Cato pushing around the outside, trying to take the lead at Talladega. Adair scored that lap, but now Jones physically leads down in corner number 1. Cato gets separated from his bumper just a tad. The bottom two are not hooked up either. They'll race side by side for the lead on the back straightaway. Looking down on an Noble Network 1 chopper. You can see Michelin and Jay Adair get the run back on the inside. Cato loses touch with Jones on the outside. Blackman is just the loner in this group. He's working up here by himself, and right now he sits third with no drafting help. Wallace Boyce, number 28, he along with Charles Lemaire, they've been able to catch up to the lead pack as Michelin and Jay Adair switch up front, and that leaves Wallace Boyce to try and snag the lead on the inside, but no help leaves him nowhere because he's fallen back, and Michelin and Jay Adair go back to the bottom here at Talladega. Wallace Boyce and Charles Lemaire almost got a little bit of problems there down in corner number 3 and 4. Lemaire and Boyce have caught this lead pack for now. We'll have to see if they can stay there. Next two guys back, Dave Washington, Kenny Baum Jr., they sit 13th and 14th. Then it's Camara, then Matisse, and Alex Vallejo, Wyatt Wolf, Secoy, Neff, Nile, Boldrin, Hermont, and Terry. Kenny Baum Jr., Dave Washington are doing a fantastic job. Knowing that they both were involved in that first caution, they've been able to catch the bumper of Andy Kessler. They've caught this lead pack as well. Not only is it a race for 12th position, it's a race for the Noble pick lead as Kenny Baum Jr. trying to work his way around Dave Washington on the outside. Kenny Baum Jr. trying to work around Andy Kessler on the outside. Looks like he's going to be able to do that. on the front straightaway just behind them. Look who's also caught back up to the lead pack. Gabe Camara and points leader Milt Matisse.
I think my pick may have backfired because it seems as though no one wants to work with Andy Kessler. So, yeah, at the moment my chances aren't looking that good.
Well, Kessler's real good at being pushed, but when it comes to pushing, he's not the most comfortable with it. We saw that in practice and earlier in the race as he's just continuing to fall back.
You watch, Ben, he'll be like a sleeping piranha. At one point he'll wake up and destroy everybody.
Up for the lead, it's been Jay Adair and Mitch Lennon dominating this thing so far today. Dylan Jones and Ross Cato, they've made a few pushes, and now they're making a real big push on the back straightaway. I should say Cato's making a push because he is pushing Dylan Jones right around the outside of Jay Adair for the lead. Dylan Jones and Ross Cato, they might be able to clear him on the front straightaway. They can pull down now if they want. They've got him cleared. Dylan Jones leads Talladega. Jones has to be disappointed after losing the championship by 2 points last night in the Nationwide Series. He's going to go out and try and win this race tonight. He's doing a fantastic job with Ross Cato on his bumper right now. Not missing anything in the back of the field, just a bunch of trucks running around with no help, bunch of damage, and you can see one of those trucks right now, Brian Terry. On the outside, leaders are coming up on him. His truck's severely damaged. Not the race he was looking for tonight. Top four, tail to nose, and then it's Doug Blackman, who is really having a hard time finding a partner. Mike Orange lined up behind him now. We'll see if those two can push up and battle with the top four. And back behind those guys, you have Nathan Shiflett, who is also a loner for the time being. Kevin Carl Wallace, Boyce, the OSR guys working together. They sit 9th and 10th. They're going to go around the outside of Nathan Shiflett right there. Make that 7th and 8th for Carr and Boyce. Now Shiflett has another truck lined up behind him. It's Leandro Schmidt looking to come up. Maybe those two can tango and get back up to the front. We've had a little confusion up here at the front. Ross Cato's fallen all the way back to the end of the line. He was sitting second. Dylan Jones is out in front of the line. So I guess you can say we've just put the tandem of Adair and Lennon right in the middle of the tandem of Jones and Cato.
Right, usually you don't see that, but his truck must have been running so hot that he needed to get out of there at that moment. Get a bit of fresh air in that radiator grill.
Well, yeah, we saw that in practice. The truck got too hot. It was Wallace Boyce actually blew a motor in practice. And that's certainly one thing you don't want to do in the race, is blow a motor, because that is definitely not repairable under any circumstances here at iRacing. Blackman and Arn have caught the bumpers of the top four. Now it's a 6-truck single file line for the top spot. make that a double file from 4th on back, and here comes Lennon trying to stick his nose. Whoa! Blackman with no help is trying to do this on the outside. He's trying to take the lead. Yeah, that's not going to work for him, though, down in the corners, because he'll fall right back. Look at Kevin Carr and Wallace Boyce. They've made their way. Now it's an 8-truck battle for the lead. Here comes Shiflin and Leandro Schmidt. That'll be a 10-truck. They're bringing along Kenny Baum Jr. and Dave Washington for a 12-truck battle for the lead here at Talladega. Pit stops. Lennon. Adair looks to be the first 2 down. Looks like they're going to be the only takers. And we'll do a quick checkup on our picks. Andy Kessler. Sam's pick is back in 14th position. He's behind Charles Lemaire. Still in top 15. Big pack up front, though. This could get a little bit crazy when we try and do the pit stops. We'll see if anybody comes down this time by. If they do, well, God help them. It'll be Arn, Carr, and Boyce on this round.
Tell you what, Ben, it looked like the 2 cars at the top, the number 25 and 51, wanted to go into pit lane that time, but their way was blocked by the cars on the inside.
Yep, now they'll be able to get to the inside right here, just like they are. That shift with Blackman. They'll try and make it to the pit road this time by, as Cato and Jones get hooked back up and they continue to lead here at Talladega. 21 laps in the books. Who comes to the pits this time? Here comes Jones. Here comes Cato. Here comes Blackman. Here comes Shiflett, Leandro Schmidt, and Washington. K-Baum Jr. stays out by himself. My pick will lead here at Talladega.
Yes, but unfortunately, Ben, he's going to lose time now that he's not got a drafting partner. In the time that it takes for him to come round again, he will lose, what, probably 2 seconds.
Certainly will, upwards of 2 seconds, average about 1.5 seconds, because it's just, when you're out there with no drafting partner at all, it really does bog down the motor and bog down your lap times. So everybody pretty much is taking fuel only here in the early going at Talladega Superspeedway. So here comes Lennon and Adair running up on the guys who just come out of the pits. Whoa, Blackman. Like he almost put the brakes on a back straightaway. He gets hooked up now with Jones. Cato's hooked up with Washington. This is definitely going to shake some stuff up. Tell you what, Sam, let's go ahead and take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll run you through how the lineup stands, how it sits, how everybody got shaken up after the pit stops. We'll be right back here on No Bull Network 1. Hang on, Charles Lemaire, your leader, is out of gas on the back straightaway. Trying to make it back to the pits. He'll lose the lead to Jade Airman right there. We'll be back here at Talladega.
Sorry, Ben, just going to say he had a disastrous night last night, and it's got a whole lot worse this night.
Certainly did. We'll be back here at Talladega to cover more.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.
I felt it all at the hall, where it's a cool 33 degrees.
We experienced it all at the hall, where my son became the fastest man ever.
I relived it all at the hall, where my grandson asked me, "Did you really do all that?"
Experience high-octane fun during NASCAR Hall of Fame's Cure for the Common Summer, presented by Coca-Cola.
We're back here at Talladega as I enjoy a bowl of cookie dough ice cream under the break. Good ice cream here in northern Alabama.
Nice of you to bring me some, Ben. Oh, wait.
I'll get you some right after the race. Jay Adair, your leader here. On lap number 25, being pushed by Mitch Lennon, Dylan Jones, and Ross Cato. They're starting to close in on the two. Doug Blackman, the loner, he sits fifth. Sixth is Dave Washington with his partner Kenny Baum Jr. They're doing the switch down in corner number one. Eighth to Milt Matisse and Dave Camara. For the lead, here comes Dylan Jones and Ross Cato after a switch with Lennon and Adair. Jones goes back to the lead. Here comes Lennon and Adair trying the outside. Can they make it work up there? Cato and Jones really weren't able to. They passed the lap truck of Brian Terry again, running right at 200 mile an hour. Here at Talladega, they're working the high side pretty good. Here they come. They're side by side for the lead here in the season finale. Mitch Lennon leads on the back straightaway. Separation between Cato and Jones. You've got to think that they're starting to run a little bit hot. Not able to do anything on that bottom side. I mean, you can't push because Adair and Lennon, they've now cleared them on the front straightaway. No, Adair gets a little loose with trioval, shoots up the track. Here comes Jones and Cato back to capitalize on the inside.
I was just about to say, it does look like Adair isn't that confident with pushing. He's squiggling all over the place.
Yeah, that truck is real loose. Look at it right there. Through 1 and 2, he got loose again. They might have changed something on the round of pit stops there that might have made the truck loose. Of course, they did fill it back up with fuel. That's what he could be getting used to. Whoa! Look at that. Oh, goodness. Here comes Cato and Jones back on the inside. They take advantage. Adair says, "Yeah, I'm not going to push. You can push me." And that's a definite way to try and get to the front of the pushing group there, I should say, because you do not switch on the exit of the turn. You usually switch heading into it or in the middle. And now it's going to take them quite a while to get hooked back up together. That is Adair and Lennon.
Well, from what I've seen, this does look like the two favourable ways these guys prefer, with Cato pushing Jones and Lennon pushing Adair. So it should be interesting to see which team is better.
Yep, and it should be interesting to see which team can capitalize and be where they need to be at the end of the race. Whoa, talking about timing right there. My goodness. That almost was big. So, whoa! Jones turns Cato sideways right there. That was almost big. Whoa, and he turns him sideways again. My goodness.
See what I said about Kato preferring to push?
Yeah. They'll try and get to the inside here, see if that's any better. Jones really slowly easing up to the bumper. He'll try it again. Now they'll go to the outside. Lennon gets separated from Adair. These two groups right here, I do believe, will be the ones that are going to be the battle for the win here at the very end. They are just so close as far as competitiveness goes. And look at Lennon really getting Adair loose off a tube there. That slows them down on the inside. Here comes Cato and Jones on the outside. Lennon really gets off of him there. Lennon could be overheating. They're not allowed to, or not able to switch with those guys on the outside. Well, they can, but it's very, very hard and risky. And there they go. There's a switch. Let's go back and look at Kenny Baum Jr. and Dave Washington. Sits 5th and 6th right now. Just in the world of their own, and they're starting to catch these guys up here at the front. Slowly but surely, they're starting to reel them in. Then we go back to Kevin Carr and Wallace Boyce, and Dave Camara and Milt Matisse. They're in a little pack of their own right there. Then Doug Blackman, he's just not had any luck finding anybody to draft with. He's by himself. Nathan Shiflett by himself back there, and then we got a big group of cars. Leandro Schmidt, Alex Baleo, Arthur Hermont, Dual John Boldrin, and the two odd guys in this group, Mike Arndt and Andy Kessler.
I still believe, Ben. You will see that 84 in victory lane at the end of this race. Yeah, I'm not believing as much as I did about 20 laps ago, but I'm hoping.
I think he'll need a caution or two to get caught back up.
What he really needs is to find a partner. He's literally been driving around by himself. And that at Talladega is a no-go.
Yeah, it looks like he's starting to lose these guys in front of him as well. Well, now he gets the run off of two, gets the draft down the backstretch. But yeah, he just needs to try and stay with this group right here. Wait it out for a caution if he can, then try and get hooked up with somebody on a restart. Want to thank you all for tuning in with us here tonight, Noble Network 1. If you're here tonight, then you have no excuse not to be here tomorrow for the Noble Radio Show, live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Join host Andy Kessler and co-host Ben Kilcrease. Yeah, and Sam Taylor. He might a special appearance from Sam Taylor. But we'll talk to the champions of the Nationwide Series of the trucks. Don't know the trucks just yet, but we do know the Nationwide champion. That's Dave Washington. I will also be giving my first interview after being initiated as the 2014 official announcer for the Southern Vintage Racing Association. We'll also have on the guys from All Pro Racing League. They'll be talking about their no playoffs for the Cowboys 200 at Bristol Motor Speedway this Saturday night under the lights at Bristol Motor Speedway. Switch for the lead, though, back here at Talladega. Mitch Lennon goes back to the lead, being pushed by Jay Adair. Jones goes in front of Cato. And here they come, right back on the attack on the outside. Should be easing up on green flag pit stops here any moment now. for the lead. Cato pushing Jones. They're trying to work around the outside yet again, as we are just past halfway here at Talladega. Whoa, look out for the leaders. Kevin Ford up the track, almost into the wall. He is severely damaged after the lap 1 incident. Want to remind you all that Noble Network One's partnership with West Pro Series returns to live television February 23rd for the Governor's Cup 200 at New Smyrna Speedway. It's the third and final round of the inaugural Triple Crown Series in the West Pro Series Late Model Division. It will also be the first race in West Pro Series history, Triple Crown Series history, I should say, to be ran with the super late model, as things are really getting exciting up here at the front, as Cato almost stuck his nose into the inside of Jones, and that would have been big. Here comes Lennon in there, they lead him down pit road, this time by as well. That leaves Jones and Cato circling out by themselves. They are the leaders right now. We'll have to see when they come down. It's always been Adair and Lennon to be the first ones down. It's been that way in the first two so far.
Well, I assume that's because when the other cars are leaving pit lane, Lennon and Adair will have the momentum, so they'll be able to overtake them for the lead easily. That's the only reason I can see that they prefer coming in first.
Yeah, good point there. Here comes Kenny Baum Jr., Dave Washington, and Dave Camara. Wow, and Milt Matisse is down as well. It looks like those will be the only... No, here comes Mike Arnn in the 70 and Nathan Shiflett in the 51. They'll pull down this time by. Lennon and Adair back out on the track and up to speed. Jones and Cato, the two leaders, yet to pit. Here they come this time by to begin their second round of pit stops. And Cato really needs to work on pit road entrance. They're going to be separated quite a bit there. Kevin Carr down, Wallace Boyce is down. Here comes Doug Blackman and Andy Kessler to pit road.
That might be an unlikely partnership there. Two people that haven't had a partners all day. They might actually team up. Try and make a run for it.
Could be worth it. As we'll wait for everything to cycle around here at Talladega Superspeedway in the season finale for the Wiley X Truck Series. You can see that Jones and Cato were just passed by Mitch Lennon, and Jones and Cato nowhere near being up to speed there. Lennon and there are already putting about, 2-3 seconds on them just on the back straightaway. You're watching the season finale in the Wiley X Truck Series, a 70 lapper at Talladega Superspeedway. We're easing up on just 30 to go here at the High Banks Very Fast Speedway in North Alabama. Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back here on Noble Network 1.
Did your little storm knock out the power? Well, excuse me for not noticing.
Hate to disappoint you, Old Man Winter. Better luck next time.
If the power goes out, your Generac standby generator goes on, automatically.
Down trees? Flash floods? Is that all you've got?
Stand up to the threat of outages with Generac, and never feel powerless.
And we are back here at Noble Network 1. The season finale in the Wiley X Truck Series at Talladega Super Speedway. I want to thank you all for tuning in with us. Remind you to give us a like on Facebook. Just search Noble Motorsport, and you'll see all of the updates from the network there. Also on Twitter at Noble_Network1. Sorry. And if you're watching on Twitch right now, give us a follow there. You'll be notified when all the races go live, or when we are live here at the network. We also invite you to tune in tomorrow night for the Noble Radio Show with host Andy Kessler. That starts at around 8:30 p.m. Mitch Lennon and Jay Adair lead here at Talladega Superspeedway. Nothing at all going on. Dylan Jones being pushed by Ross Cato. That's third and fourth. Dave Washington doing the switch with Kenny Baum Jr. That's fifth and sixth, seventh and eighth. Kevin Carr and Wallace Boyce. Ninth and 10th. Dave Camara and Milt Matisse. And Andy Kessler leads Dual John Boldrin. Boldrin trying to get hooked up with Kessler on the backstretch. That's for 11th. If you're just tuning in, or caution is out. I don't see, well, we have a truck slow, Chris Coy, 42, in corner number 3 and 4. You got a bump from Neff. Oh my, a big hit for Secoy and Mike Arnn. Wow. So, ouch, that's a very vicious hit for Arnn. But we will, my goodness, this changes everything. This is very big, because now Ross Cato and Dylan Jones will have the chance to get caught back up, but also it'll bring in Kenny Baum Jr. and Dave Washington. It'll bring them into the mix here at Talladega. Kevin Carr, Wallace Boyce, they'll be up there too. Everybody on the lead lap now has a chance to end up in victory lane here at Talladega.
Including Andy the Piranha Kessler.
Yes, Andy Kessler will... He's circling around the track right now. He'll come in, get some fuel, maybe some tires, and head back out. He'll have a chance to taste victory here at Noble. Looks like everybody's going to head on down to pit road besides the demo derby truck of Brian Terry.
And just looking at it, Ben, these trucks have been managing about 20 laps a tank. So even with this pit stop now, they're still most likely going to have to do a splash and dash later, as both Adair and Lennon overrun their pit stalls.
Oh my, that's big, because that'll let Jones ease out ahead of them. That'll work out just fine. Jones will line up in front of Cato, and will line up in front of Adair.
So you're saying they meant that?
You never know. These racers will go out on unbelievable limbs just to get the way they need to go faster. If that makes sense.
To a road guy, no, not at all. On a road, you always want to be at the front. Don't do tactical stuff.
We'll let everything cycle around and we'll get an updated lineup for you guys. As you all know, what you see on the screen there is not what I see in the booth. And it gets confusing sometimes. I just wait until my scoring gets updated to let you all know what's going on. White Wolf being scored your leader in the 61. Not sure if he stayed out. I'm pretty sure he did stay out, but not sure if he has to come in.
Probably just wants to lead a lap, and don't blame him for it.
And most certainly got a little bit of damage on the back of that truck. Well,
Little bit,
pretty
Ben.
good.
Little bit.
Speed in pretty good on the back of the 61.
That's usually what happens when I try and push someone in a truck.
I think your front end would look like Brian Terry's.
Well, that's why I always let you push me when it comes to racing.
And there comes White. He'll head to the pits. So we'll look to turn the lights off either this time or next time. If they don't go off this time, we'll head to a commercial break and wait for them to go off. And they do not go off. So looks like we're going to head to a commercial break. We're going to pay some more bills. When we get back, hopefully we'll be set to go green flag racing again here in the season finale. Don't go anywhere. Don't click off the stream. We'll be right back here on Noble Network 1. We'll turn the lights off on the iRacing.com Ford Mustang pace car. Quite a few guys coming back in to top off on fuel. Well, I don't think it'll make it to the end, but definitely doesn't hurt to come in and top off. Lineup when we go back: green flag racing, Dylan Jones, Mitch Lennon, Ross Cato, Jay Adair, Kevin Carr, Dave Camara, Wallace Boyce, Milt Matisse, Brian Neff, and Dave Washington. That's the top 10. So, this is going to get interesting. It'll be a 21-lap shootout to the finish here at the high banks of Talladega Super Speedway. Sam, you still going to stick with Andy to get this thing in the books?
Well, I believe rule 1 of the Picorama is that we cannot change, so I guess I'm stuck, but if I could, yeah.
Okay.
My pick that I won't take seriously, I'm going to go for Ross Cato. I reckon he's got it. But realistically, Andy Kessler.
I'm still sticking with Kenny Baum Jr. He and Washington's going to get lined up right here, and they're going to go on and they're going to win this thing.
Well, last time Washington left with 3 laps to go, so that here would be disastrous.
And a couple races back at the Super Speedway also blew up as Struck in his car. So we'll have to wait and see if he knows when to stop pushing. Lights off. We'll stack them up. 2 by 2 by 2. Set for a 21-lap dash to the finish here in the season finale at Noble Motorsport. Points leader heading into the night. He's outside of row number 4, looking good to win the championship. Jones and Lennon front row, green flags back out in the air. We're racing again here at Talladega. Look at the high side. They get hooked up really quick. And Darren Lennon already pushing into the corner. Lennox going to try and clear Jones and Cato. Oh, watch it there, though. He gets real loose, being the pusher. He got loose heading into corner number 1, and here comes Jones and Cato on the inside for the lead, side by side at Talladega.
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier. Adair does not look a very comfortable pusher. But just looking at him now, he's all over the place.
Yeah, they're starting to lose crucial time to Jones and Cato up at the front. They're starting to lead this thing. Carr has to get hooked up with Boyce, though, if he wants anything to do. Baum and Washington, the 2 pushers, or the 2 team, or the tango that they had earlier, they're kind of split up. They got Brian Neff in the middle of them. Look at it there. He just cannot get the pushing Mitch Lennon. They're falling back. They're bunching up off 2. A big pack of trucks. This could end disastrous here at Talladega Super Speedway. Whoa, Camara goes way high. He's almost to the wall. He keeps it out. Boyce and Carr got a little bit of a push down the back stretch. They caught up to the bumpers of Cato and Jones, with Dare and Lennon. They're trying to get hooked back up. Cato and Jones, a little bit of separation between those 2. Whoa, Neff way down on the apron. Baum almost cuts the nose off of Vallejo. Back straightaway, Lennon and Adair looking for the lead. Not able to get anything going still on that outside for Adair and Lennon. There's an odd number of trucks up here in this front group, and it looks like Washington might be the one to be left out. He's tagging along the end of this line. Pretty sure if Baum can get back up there with Washington, that he'll be able to hook back up, and I really think those guys could go to the front. But Lennon and Adair have got to try and get hooked up better than they are, because they're really starting to fall back on that outside line. Look at Baum and Neff. Oh my goodness, Adair is extremely wiggly in the middle of the turn.
They're so close, it does look like we have a 5-car tango.
Yeah. Pushing help from Baum, but if you'll look, Neff's rear bumper is severely dented up. Whoa, Terry, my goodness. The lap truck that Terry almost was in the racing groove there. Back when I was... No problem. Back to what I was saying. Neff's rear bumper dented up. It's hard for Baum to get a straight shot without turning him sideways. For the lead, though, Adair and Lennon, they're hooked up and they're trying to take it in 3. Here comes Bob to the inside. He'll get hooked up with Washington. This could be the tango to watch out for in the closing laps of this one. Camara and Matisse starting to slowly work their way into this pack as well. All out front though, it's still Cato and Jones. They're in control of this race as we come to 15 laps to go, this time by at Talladega. Lennon gonna do the switch with Adair. That might be their saving grace. Whoa, Lennon almost made contact with Camara. Adair's got to check up and get back there to him. They look like the strongest pairing heading in to this last caution, but now they're starting to look pretty bad back here. They've got to get paired up. Most of the top field, or the top back, I should say, single file, except for Adair and Lennon on the outside. And we think these guys still have to make another pit stop too, so that'll play into the mix as well. Oh my, look who's also starting to work their way into the picture. Andy Kessler and Doug Blackman in the 25. For the lead, Jay Adair takes it in 3. Side by side for the lead. Now they're clear. At least Adair is. Lennon might be at the line. He will. Jay Adair moves back to the lead and lead that lap though. Go to the bottom as Adair and Lennon back to the lead here at Talladega. It'll be 12 to go. Oh, here comes Washington in bomb. This is their first time stepping out of line. We'll have to see what they can do on the outside. They're trying to get around Wallace, Boyce in the 28 right now. Washington and Baum, they're able to get a good run. Look at this run they're getting. Lap traffic of Brian Terry. Lap traffic of Brian Terry. Wow. That is some scary stuff to do. 200 mile an hour to squeeze by a lap car with only mere inches separating you and your truck flying into the air. $11 to go. Washington and Bob, they do the switch. Here comes Camara and Matisse around the outside. That's 9th and 10th. Tom and Washington to the pits. They lead them down. They're the first trucks down. We'll have to wait and see who else comes down next. Adair and Lennon trying their best to get a big push out in front before everybody starts coming down on the pit road. It looks like Adair and Lennon might be heading in this time. They are. Here comes Jay Adair and Mitch Lennon. Here comes Dylan. Whoa! Jones misses pit road. Jones misses pit road. He's too fast. He knocks the cone down. Speeding penalty for Dylan Jones. Charles O'Mara is down as well. Brian Terry's to the grass in corner number 3 and 4. He's up on the track. Sideways for Terry.
And unfortunately, that's probably just ruined Ross Cato's race as well. That one slight misjudgment of braking.
Yep, Cato will be without a partner for the remainder of this race unless he can get hooked up with somebody else. That gave Kevin Carr and Wallace Boyce the lead. Will they come down this time? No, but Camara and Matisse behind them do. Remember those couple of guys that came in with 1 to go? One of those guys was Andy Kessler. The other one was Doug Blackman. Could they be good till the end?
I'll tell you what, if they make it to the end, the stewards here better look into what's actually powering their car. Because that's, what, 24 laps on the single tank here? I just can't see it happening.
Would be pushing it. We'll have to wait and see. Being scored your leader, Wallace Boyce and Kevin Carr. They've yet to pit. So have Leandro Schmidt and Alex Baleo. They've yet to pit. As have Kessler, Blackman, and Neff.
I think these guys are trying to stretch it as far as they can and hope for a late caution and then just save for their life.
That could be, but with the racing we're seeing right now, I don't think we'll see a caution come out. There's not really a big pack on the track right now.
Oh, Benjamin, you forget, this is Talladega. Anything can happen.
Certainly can. We saw that earlier in the race on lap 1. So this is crazy. For the lead, it's Wallace Boyce and Kevin Carr. They've yet to come down pit road, and this time by, we'll see 5 to go. A switch there, Duljon Boldrin and Arthur Herman up there on the high side. Looks like they might be trying to save. Carr and Boyce, they'll stay out again, this time at the line at Talladega Super Speedway in the season finale. 5 laps to go. Kenny Bob Jr. is sideways in the pit. I think he had to come down. Kenny Baum Jr. had a speeding penalty, had to come down pit road and was sideways in the pits. So his night is done. He's still sideways. Kenny Baum Jr., not the night he was looking for.
Yeah, just looking at
Here comes...
Oh, go ahead, Ben.
Sorry, here comes Kevin Carr and Wallace Boyce. They give up the lead to Alex Baleo. Vallejo, the winner for Mosport, will take the lead here at Talladega with 4 to go. Number 85, Alex Vallejo, your leader, followed by Andy Kessler and Doug Blackman. Kessler and Blackman are hooked up. Vallejo is not. Can they catch him in 3 laps? 3.5 now on the backstretch.
More importantly, have they got enough fuel? It's all well and good battling, but if they're not saving enough, then this is all pointless.
Certainly is. We'll have to... Oh my, this is going to get good. This is going to get good. Vallejo staying out again. Kessler and Blackman, they're both coming in. They don't have enough to make it, but Vallejo stays out one more time. 3 to go.
Vallejo is going to be a sitting duck, though. He's probably going 7-8 miles an hour slower than everyone else, so they should cruise straight on up to him.
That he is, but he is 27, right at 30 seconds ahead of Mitch Lennon, so there's no way they're going to be able to catch him unless he pits. Does he have enough to make it? Here he comes. Vallejo will come to the pits this time by. Wasn't able to make it to the end. We go back to the leaders. Kevin Ford is also out in corner number 3 and 4. Mitch Lennon and J&R will retake the lead here at Talladega. Nobody else will have a factor or a say-so to the finish of this race unless it's a lap machine. Mitch Lennon, J&R, they get the popsicle sticks at the flag stand. It's 2 laps to go at Talladega, just over 5 miles.
And of course, Ben, if the caution comes out now, that's race over. So Mitch Lennon has got to be wary that if something happens somewhere, his chance is gone.
And that, you got to be thinking about that as a racer right now. Do you want to push? You want to push him, or do you want to try and win the race? You want to try and be there if a caution does come out.
Which
3 and 4.
Which would you be, Ben? Pushing or pulling?
I'd want to be ahead of the guy right now, especially knowing that if caution came out, we would not go back green. I'd want to be ahead. We'll have to see what Lennon does. He's running out of time. At the line, he'll have one more lap. 2.66 miles here at Talladega in the season finale. What's he going to do? How's Lennon going to win this race? Back straight away. Mitch Lennon has a small amount of gap between he and Adair. Is that what he needs to get the run that he'll need to pull to the outside? 2 more corners in the tri-oval for Mitch Lennon. He goes to the outside. He's going to try and get a run on the front straightaway. Did he fall back too much? Or is it just enough? He's slowly starting to pull him in. He's going to have to do it quicker. He's not going to catch him. He falls back too much, and J&R will win here at Talladega. Third place, a big crash. Ross Cato hard to the inside wall. He will not finish third in this race. He was set for third, but Carr stuck his nose in and Cato went into the wall. Big crash after the line there. So an unbelievable show here at Talladega Superspeedway in the season finale. Milt Matisse will be your champion. Jay Adair, your race winner, is heading to the flag stand tonight to burn them down here in Alabama.
That's if he's got enough fuel for it.
Yeah.
Nope, he hasn't. There we go.
Well, there he goes. Didn't have enough fuel. Matisse does, though. Matisse will burn them down for us. We'll talk to the champion and the race winner right after these messages, live right here on Noble Network 1.
I felt it all at the hall, where it's a cool 33 degrees.
We experienced it all at the hall, where my son became the fastest man ever.
I relived it all at the hall, where my grandson asked me, "Did you really do all that?"
Experience high-octane fun during NASCAR Hall of Fame's Cure for the Common Summer, presented by Coca-Cola.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.
Did your little storm knock out the power? Well, excuse me for not noticing.
Hate to disappoint you, old man Winter. Better luck next time.
If the power goes out, your Generac standby generator goes on, automatically.
Down trees? Flash floods? Is that all you've got?
Stand up to the threat of outages with Generac, and never feel powerless.
We are back here at Noble Network 1. I am down in Victory Lane with your winner tonight after a very, very exciting finish here at Talladega Superspeedway, Jay Adair. And Jay, did you think Mitch was going to actually get you there at the line?
That way that race went, I didn't care if I took first or second. Me and Mitch worked together all race long, so I was just glad one of us was able to get it. So it didn't matter which one of us took it there at the end.
Sounds good. Well, Jay, let's talk about throughout the middle of the race, the beginning of the race, and even the end. It would seem that if in the center of the turns or even in the trioval, your truck would just get, we called it shaky up here in the booth, loose. Was it because of the wind? The wind was gusting up to right at 13 miles per hour, or was it just, it happened after the pit stop, so you had a fuel tank of fuel in the truck? What made it so wiggly, or did you even feel the wiggliness?
Man, it's super speedway racing. I honestly didn't feel it. Everything out there, you're running on the edge the whole freaking time, so just felt normal, I guess.
Oh boy, if I saw myself doing that on the track, I'd freak out. Tell you what, Jay, a spectacular race tonight. Congratulations on the win. Who do you want to thank for putting you here in Victory Lane?
I want to thank Colonel James Rosh, my tech, Mitch for pushing me and working with me all night tonight. Want to say hey to my girl and all my family that's watching. So I can't wait for next season. Way to end this season out.
Certainly is, and we're glad you came, raced with us, and talked with us after the race tonight.
Oh, it was a blast.
Jay Adair, you're a winner tonight here at Talladega Superspeedway. I'll jog down to our champion, Milt Matisse. Sam, take the camera off me. I don't like it when you put the camera on me when I jog like that.
Sorry, Ben. Didn't realise.
I have caught up, just getting out of the car right now, and I tell you what, Milt Matisse, champion. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Ben. It's been a great season. Great guys to run with. Great series here. Just happy that I could do it in my first year over here.
Certainly glad you joined us. Certainly glad, and want to congratulate you again on just a spectacular season you've had in the 0-5. Now, I want to ask you a little question, and we'll have a little fun here. If the points race would have been any closer coming into tonight, would you have had any different strategy, or would your strategy have stayed the same?
Well, I was trying to, it would have stayed the same. I would have tried to step toward the front, but I kind of got in that lap one melee. Got a little bit of front end damage, but took it from there. Had a great drafting partner in Dave Camara, which I appreciate his job tonight. And guys in the pits did an awesome job.
That they did. Milt Matisse, your champion tonight. Tell you what, it doesn't matter if he was crashed out on lap 1, lap 50. At the end of the race, you can expect him to be in the top 10, and that's what wins you championship here in the Truck Series. Milton, who do you want to thank for putting you in a championship winning truck?
I guess Noble Motorsports.
There you have it. Milt Matisse, your champion here in the Truck Series. Milt, hopefully you can join us tomorrow on the Noble Radio Show. If not, we'll see you next season.
All right, thanks, Ben. It's been great.
There you have it, your champion, Milt Matisse, here in the Truck Series. Let's look at the final finishing results from Talladega Superspeedway. Jay Adair comes home with the win. Michelin was second. Third, the Wallace Boyce Kevin Carr came home fourth. Fifth to David Camara. Sixth was Milt Matisse, just talked to him. Doug Blackman seventh. Eighth, Dave Washington. Andy Kessler came home ninth. Dylan Jones, after losing his partner in the pits, comes home 10th. Alex Baleo 11th. Brian Neff 12th. Ross Cato 13th. White Wolf 14th. Leandro Schmidt was 15th. 16th to Dujan Boldrin. 17th Arthur Hermont. 18th to Charles Lemaire. Kenny Baum Jr. 19th. 20th Kevin Ford. Brian Terry to 21st Brian Terry. Andy Kessler screaming in my ear, by the way. 22nd to Chris Coy. Mike Arn 23rd. Nathan Shitflit 24th. Christopher Herlow comes on 25th. Ben Nile 26th. 27th Dylan Brockwell. 28th Kevin Linden. And 29th Stefan Brunel. Bunch of great guys taken out in the lap 1 crash on the back straightaway. But a bunch of guys capitalized from it, and we crowned the champion tonight and crowned a winner here at Talladega Superspeedway. Sam, closing thoughts from Talladega as we head into next season at Indianapolis?
Well, I must say that I'm not usually a fan of races at superspeedways because I find them rather dull. No offence to anyone that likes them, but I really enjoyed that, and congratulations to Milt on the championship. He's been awesome all year, and great job by Jay Adair. Great job. And last point I'd like to make is, Ben, how did the picks for the race go? Just could you just remind me, because I believe my pick destroyed yours.
I think that's all the time we have for now.
Thought it might be. Somehow.
It was looking good for me, and then you kind of.
I told you
anyways,
the piranha.
There's always always next season, and that'll be Tuesday, beginning at Indianapolis for the trucks. The nationwide cars start their season at Pocono. Remember the Noble Radio Show tomorrow, and the no playoff for the Cowboys 200 at Bristol Motor Speedway Saturday night for the All Pro Racing League. For Sam Taylor, I am Ben Kilcrease. Thanks for everybody for a great season. Thanks to all the admins, the racers, and even the people who support us here at the network. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend. Remember to put the phone down.